want.
You can.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
You're not going to be in it unless you want to be.
No, no, no. I am not that. I cannot. No.
Nope. Nobody has to be here unless they want to be.
No, I'll be here and listen, but I don't
My
want to be.
neighbor is
No.
here. Hello. We're live. Hello there. And it's good that we're live because, like I always say, it's better that we're live, and that means you don't have to have a seance to talk to me, right? So some of you don't anyway. It wouldn't be have to anyway. But okay, so this is the ocean's deep woo. And you know, woo is what we do. And so I'm going to make my disclaimer. Here we do the deepest of woos. And in order to prepare you for this, it's like a lot of us are experiencers of some kind of woo, okay? And we mean, yes, the paranormal and the supernatural and things that go bump in the night, as well as things that you find out in the woods. I mean, and things you find out up in the sky. We talk about all that, and we believe in that, and we do not disparage experiencers. Most of us are experiencers of various kinds, and so you will not find us putting anybody down because they say they've experienced something, because we do not believe that millions of people all over the world reporting things are all crazy and lying and hoaxing, because that's ridiculous. No, we believe that if you have experienced something, you deserve to be respectfully listened to and considered. I mean, some things may be hoaxes, some things may be hallucinations or whatever, but we know darn well that not all of them are. And if even one is true, then it's true. Like if even one person caught a UFO, a picture of a UFO, and it's real, if even one person uh, had a visitation and it's real, if even one person saw a ghost and it's real, then it's real. And it doesn't all have to be real. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, as they say. So welcome to the Ocean's Deep Woo. And the next thing I'd like to say is we're on the patio today, and because people have requested that. Hey, Barry, how you doing? Hi, Gemini. And today I thought it would be fun to sit out on the patio and talk about various things and have maybe a call-in show where you guys get to participate in if you would so like. And so I will be getting the link for you. Um, let me see how. You know what? I forgot to. Okay, yeah, it does let me do copy to clipboard. Okay. So we're going to be fine. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I do want to give the disclaimer of, oh, Denali's in. Hi, Denali. 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 Ah, okay. Um, okay, I got to give my disclaimer. Um, remember that all of this that I talk about is an in-game advice for this massively multiplayer, total immersion VR learning game that we call Life on Earth. It has nothing to do with real life, which takes place outside the Matrix. Okay? Okay, we should be fine now. Somebody else out? Oh, somebody's in our. Oh, okay. Somebody came to see what was going on, I guess. Your company is getting ready to move. Oh, okay. Or ready to leave. I see. Okay. Hey. Okay, so that all being said, I'm about to turn the camera around so you can see all the pretty stuff, okay? So hang on. Let me see. No, that ain't it. It's over here. Settings. You guys will learn how to do. One day I got to do tutorial for, okay, for people trying to deal with StreamYard. Anyway, there is our beautiful patio. This is our beautiful interstate. You can see it, just a tiny piece of it running out there, but it's not that close. And we've got all of these beautiful trees and bushes. I'll give you a panoramic view. Woo! Look, it's beautiful. But you know what? Just like, whoa. Isn't it just like Ohio? It's freezing out here right now. It's not really freezing, but it's freaking cold for the middle of the summer. Weird, man. Party. Well, thank ya. Okay, so lots of places to plant secret food. Yes, gardening. But that isn't really a field. That's a deep ravine. Over here, that is a ravine. It goes way down. So, you'd kind of have to scale the sides of the ravine, and the ravine moves a little closer to the building every year, according to my friend who's lived here longer than I have. So, nosy neighbors, human and Sasquatch. Yeah, we do have Sasquatch around here. That's for sure. They left evidence to make sure I knew they were around. Make sure that I was yes, I was indeed mind speaking them. So I really appreciate that for I haven't been back in the woods area yet this year, but I'm hoping to get feeling good enough to go back there and see what's going on. Yeah, Pam has been sick, yeah, and she's still recovering from the C. And yeah, C word. Yep, that's right. Yes, it's very nice and way better than where I used to live. And the person out here, I have a friend out here sitting with me that will not be in the video. She doesn't want to participate. I understand. But she was in the old hood with me, and boy, we got stories about trying to live in that place. It sure beats that place, right? So yeah. You're hosting a dog. He was surrendered by his owner. He's a little mean. Ah. Well, maybe you can tame him down a bit, sweetie. Yeah, it is beautiful. Yeah. Oh, somebody was almost coming out. Somebody was at the door. I don't know. They left before I could really see who it was. Anyway, okay. Had money, you would adopt him. Well, you never know, Barry. Maybe some kind citizen will decide that you deserve to keep him. Okay, well, we're going to have a call-in show, which means really a click-in show. So I really, think that if anybody has anything to say tonight, get it ready. And I will drop the link and you can come on in and talk a little bit. And I do want to follow up something that Marilena brought up last time. And if you didn't see the video with Marilena, that live stream was great. I mean, we learned a little bit about South Africa. We learned a little bit about Table Mountain. We learned a lot about how woo goes in South Africa. And apparently she is a Sangoma, and so am I, which is a medicine person or shaman to the, I guess, to the African people, we are Sangomas. So Very interesting. So I had no idea. I didn't even know how to pronounce it until that night. So if you haven't seen it, you have got to you've got to replay that thing because it was very interesting what she was telling us. And so, oh, we're going to have a little bit of a sunset, nice sunset. We got one jet trying to ruin it, but it's out of my territory, so I'm not going to try and sing it away. I probably could, though. It's moving anyway. It's getting blown away. Cute. Anyway, so yeah, I thought being out here with the boidies and the bugs and different things and plants and I think I'm gonna turn on I'm gonna try my electronic mosquito repellent tonight. I don't know if it's charged, probably isn't charged up enough. I don't know. Yeah, great. Don't you know? I never got a chance to use it, and finally I have a chance to use it, and the darn thing may not be charged up enough. Anyway, oh, you're letting him couch surf. Well, that's very nice of you. That's nice. Okay, so okay, I wanted to say she was talking about sweeteners. We were talking about how you can't hardly walk into a freaking grocery store without wondering what the heck you're going to buy and not be poisoned, you know? These days, it's like you walk in and you're automatically threatened. If you have half a brain in your head, you already know that most of the stuff there is bad for you. And so what do? I mean, if you get anything less than organic, you're running a risk.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
I'm just taking a sip of fresh air. Yes.
Oh, that's fine. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube right now. Say hi.
You can say hi. It's beautiful out.
Hi.
Yes, I'm going to fetching.
Yes, do your little routine. That's a good thing. Heart smart.
You gotta figure we're gonna have people sometimes.
Good
Oh,
night.
you have fun. Boy. Boy.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Anyway. So we were talking about, it's like really threatening to go into a freaking grocery store anymore. They got stuff in the food aisle that should be in the pesticide aisle, right? I mean, it's freaking nuts, right? And then when I found out they're radiating our food, they're literally washing our food, our produce, in radioactive wastewater, supposedly to protect us from vermin and other microorganisms. What? They're radiating our food. What? Like that's supposed to be safe? Like that's helping us become safe? I mean, and then now we find even the natural sweeteners, right? The supposedly natural sweeteners. Ah, thermocells. Chemicals designed to be poison, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Chili and the bug flew in my eye twice, so I'm going in. I
You're
got
going
a
in?
water plant.
Oh, okay. Take care.
I might pop out and check on you.
If you feel warmer, come on back out or
I
something.
can't do it because I'm listening, and it's like these are all real things going on. Price gouging,
Smoking
and
G.
poisoning, and
We
toxic.
don't mention on YouTube. We don't mention because there's algorithms, and you can actually kind of get on a list if you mention anything that gets them to pay attention to you. It's a long story. I'll explain it to you some point.
Oh,
But we
okay.
use code words for everything, for a lot of
Oh.
things,
Oh,
because we don't want to be harassed, because we talk about it.
oh, yeah. Well, sometimes talking is good.
But we're a little careful. Of course, I don't think we're going to get in too much trouble now because, oh, Pam made it in. Hello, Pam. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get in too much trouble anymore because they've pretty much dropped C like it was a hot potato. Oh no, it's not working. Oh, you got it, girl. Okay, so secret agent man.
Hey
Secret.
there, hi, where you been? Hi.
Hey, we got all kinds of interest in my place. I'm doing a live stream.
You got a lie.
I,
Your lies are taller than you.
no,
No,
I
no,
did.
no, no. I told
Well, my friends,
when you was looking
secret
for
Asian
your,
Dakota
what do you call
ring.
that? How many months that is? No, not the thing. Car going.
I'm going to turn the camera around.
You was looking for a car. Your phone is stopped.
Okay, we have neighbors, and it is
Oh,
a common room, so we may have this from time to time. So sorry. Oh my gosh. So just exhausted. Yeah, it is exhausting. The price gouging, the fake, and I'm telling you, a lot of these are fake shortages. You mean to tell me all of the stuff that we can do these days, but they can't get a hold of this stuff, can't move it from A to B. Nah, but as we talked about last time, or was it the time before, some of these things need to be off the market because baby formula is actually horrible for babies. It's actually not good for them. People should be looking for alternatives. And I think that's what it's going to do. Remember, I told you everything they do, and by the way, hi, G, I'm smoking in G. Everything they do is not going to go the way they want it to go. Okay? The way it's maybe intended for something bad, but it's going to go good. Okay? It's going to turn out well. But I think in this case, we've been told that the White Hats now have control of a lot of things. They're gaining ground all around. In fact, last time we checked, the dumbs were cleared. So I don't want to say too much about that, but you know what I'm talking about. It's going to be quite a shift for us to shift into a healthier frame of reference, but we've got to do that. We've got to shift into a healthier mindset. It has been entropic. And by that, I mean entropy. And by that, I mean winding down, everything being destroyed, defiled, everything. Deranged in various ways. And this needs to change anyway, but the only way, I think they figured out that the only way to change things is to kind of force people to think of options, because you can't really solve a problem in the same mindset that created the problem, and you cannot just get people to change, say, oh, this is better, change to this. You almost have to force them in a way, force them to get creative. And so what are people going to do? Because of the shortages, they're going to go back to local farmers. They're going to start growing their own food. They're going to start looking for alternatives. better alternatives. And that is happening. I hear people saying it all the time. Just like Denali said, hey, there's a lot of good places to hide food plants out here. There's a lot of good food plants probably hiding out here already. Mm. Yeah, it took me nearly a year. It took me nearly a year, folks. I remember how I was having trouble for nearly a year. Things were going crazy, and it's because we're allowed to have these things happen, so we lie still and let the changes happen to us. Because otherwise, we're up and running around and trying to do a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, and we cannot be worked on as easily. So don't worry about it. Yeah. Did I miss it saying hi to anybody? If so, I'm sorry. I'll try and catch up. Just leave a comment and, make a comment and I'll catch up. Okay, so basically, Marilena said that she was told, her guidance was, because I was fixing to try monk fruit as a sweetener, and I tried a couple of things. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And I'm there like, But you know what? I got this funny rash, this funky rash. And I'm trying to figure out, why do I have this funky rash? Well, it turns out she's right. Her guides told her, you're better off just getting raw organic sugar than the fake sweeteners, than the other kinds of sweeteners, because they put chemicals in them. Turns out, when I looked again, and I don't know why I didn't think to look at this, I look at the monk fruit, and it's saying raw natural monk fruit, blah, 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 blah. And I look on the back, and it's full of erythritol. Erythritol is the first ingredient. Erythritol is horrible. It is a horrible fake sweetener. Now, it does occur naturally in some plants. However, when you finally read about it, you find that what mostly happens, how it mostly goes, is they get it from GMO corn or wheat. So if you have a problem with GMOs, corn or wheat, or all of those, and I have a problem with all of those, then you're going to have a problem with this stuff and not even know why. It's only got a tiny percentage of actual monk fruit in it. So, and this is the same with Truvia. Please look at your labels. We've still got to look at labels. I'm sorry. It's going to be that way for a while. We cannot trust anything coming out for a while. Oh, I am sorry to say, but I think we've got to keep our intention that this is going to change, that this is all going to change. And at some point, there's going to be nothing else allowed but just real food again, because that's the only way we're going to make it, is if we have real food. Toxicity counts. We've already learned that toxicity is part of the reason it's hard to rise the vibration. Toxicity is also part of the reason why contact is coming slow. So it's a very toxic little place we have right now, and we've got to correct that. So we're doing what we can do. I'm sure most of you are. James, how you doing? Simon! Hi, Simon. Simon made it in. Yeah, I got my pendulum just in case anybody wants to ask stuff. I thought being outside would be nice for a change. But it's freezing out here. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay out here. Freezing in the middle of summer. This is Ohio for you. It's not forming icicles out here yet, but I've got a hoodie on with fleece. I'm cold. I'm chilly. Ohio's like this. It can be cold in the night. It's weird. Um, anyway, so there are those of you, I'm sure you've got ways that you're getting around this, and they're developing lab grown food. Oh my God, I know. They've already got lab milk. I don't want anything to do with it. Mama popsicle tea. Mm, um, yeah. Lab grown food. Oh, is that disgusting? What a disgusting thought. I'm sorry. You know, at first it's not going to be good. And the first of it is, maybe someday it'll be okay, but the first stuff is probably still going to be designed to kill us and sicken us. So, hate to tell you, I don't want any of it. I don't want to touch it. I don't trust it. So we've really got to be careful. There's still a lot. Everything's so deceptive still, you know. So be safe out there, and remember, one of the most important things you can do is raise your vibration. You're naturally going to go to a better place if you raise your vibration. You can't miss, okay? And stick with the higher vibrational earth. And all you have to do is be appreciative and, feel that love energy, feel that gratitude for the beauty we do have. We do have some very beautiful parts of the earth left. And as we found out during the lockdowns, the earth can repair herself pretty well. Actually repaired the ozone layer while we were in lockdown. So earth can repair herself, and so can our bodies. Once they're not exposed to the toxins anymore, they will start to repair themselves, and we'll start having so much trouble, and we'll probably live a lot longer. So, and this is probably no news to you. Oh, geese, ducks, caribou, moose are being poached. I hadn't thought of that, but that makes sense. Well, lab grown food isn't good for anybody, honey. I wouldn't think. They're probably screwing something up, you know that. Geese, ducks, caribou, hare, and moose are being poached. I bet they are. People want to eat. That's sad. But yeah, I bet a lot of people are deer hunting. I bet a lot of people are out hunting now that weren't hunting before. And I believe people are going to be growing gardens that weren't grown up before. And I believe there's going to be a lot of interest in canning food and fermenting food. And I have on my other channel, Frugal B1TCH, very easy method to ferment food. And you can keep fermented food nearly forever, okay? It will just get more fermented. And you don't need refrigeration for fermented food, okay? So you might want to look into fermented food, and it's also very good for your gut. And if you want to stay healthy, the number one area you've got to concern yourself with is your gut health. And fermentation is good for it, although it may clean the halls for you at first. You'll get used to it, and then you'll be better. But honestly, we're going to have to make some adjustments. But I think in the end, it's going to be great. Yeah. Fermenting foods, you bet. Me too, Denali. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Smoking food, fermenting food. Smoking's another one. Salting it probably. And if you salt it the right way, salt isn't bad for you. Too much salt, but salt is actually a good thing. I have been making salads for the last 2 weeks from my garden. Woo, that must be nice. Yes. Oh, after you open it, Denali, but not while it's fermenting. You can actually leave food to ferment for years. One of my friends was telling me about how they found they were cleaning out. Somebody was cleaning out a basement for a lady that they found like a 50-year-old canned sauerkraut, and it was marked. That's how they knew. It was like 50 years ago this was canned and fermented. And they asked if they could eat it. And guess what? It was the best they ever had. It was the best they ever had. So you can actually leave food to ferment for 50 years and it'll be great. It's probably got more nutrition and better stuff than we have today in it because of all the, oh, I've got another neighbor that's about to come visit. We're gonna get all the neighbors in this. Yep, she's coming along the way here. Careful there. There isn't as much of a walkway as there used to be. Yeah, just careful. I'm live streaming right now. I'm live streaming a program. How you doing? Yeah, I'm on YouTube.
See what we're doing?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you mean, Ken Easy?
Yeah, I got a response from him.
What? Yeah? No. I'm sorry. You're right. It worries me because I was trying to get through there and I couldn't hardly get through there. No, I didn't know either. I just know how I felt when I was trying to get through there.
They say, well, I hope you studied, because, you know, of course, you're going to have kids that don't think. But you say, I'm sure you all know the answers. You get the results.
Well, you made it.
Yeah.
Good. And that exercise. I got her outside with her from Nella.
What are you doing? Making a
No, I told you what I was doing, honey. I'm live streaming right now
Yeah.
on YouTube.
With me in it?
No,
You're not in it. Your voice is in it. This discussion was got in there.
I
Yeah.
don't have my face on it. I don't know.
Yeah, your voice, everything you said just went out over YouTube. I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you. That's part of why I was saying be careful. I was trying to say we're doing a live stream right now out here. I thought it would be less traffic than.
Little Daddy must have put.
That's a nice walker.
Have you guys seen the rabbits?
Yes.
We do have
they're
rabbits
still
out here. We
coming
have
out.
wildlife, a lot of wildlife
So,
out here.
okay, I saw.
We got a wild
I
life.
saw dead mice.
What?
I thought he put down poison.
Ooh.
So then I started worrying about the.
Oh,
Because I guess that stuff has a.
I don't know.
Well, I want to
Never tasted it myself.
Walk around, and I don't want to be on your video.
You want to be on my video?
No.
Okay. Well, you're not. So far, it's pointing at me.
Can you see Curtis in it?
No, it's pointing up like this.
I just don't want
She can take
my image online.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I got it pointed right at me. That's why I turned it around. We suddenly got all kinds of traffic. You know, I come out here, there's never anybody out here. And I think I found the perfect place to do streaming. And now everybody's coming out here. And we're going to have all kinds of discussions in the background. So God knows what's going to come from here. So,
Jason's happy now.
oh, Jason's happy. Okay. Okay. I'm so glad. Everybody's on YouTube. Curtis, nice to see you again, hon. Take care.
Good night. Stay warm. Okay, now I need one.
Okay. I'm so glad you guys just rolling with this, aren't you? Okay. Oh, geez. Thank you for just rolling with it. Okay. This is just, okay. I need a drink now. Okay. Most of them don't know I do this stuff, okay? Janet's the only one who knows I do anything like this. Oh, geez. Yes, this is live. This is like the early days of live TV. I remember you guys, some of you may remember live TV. Boy, it was fun, wasn't it? those were the days. Live TV. Well, we've got live video now. So, live streaming. That's right. Here, help me out. Help a sister out. There you go. You can PayPal me at paypal.me/OceanDiana. That is me. So, ping, 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 ping. Ping, 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 ping. Okay. Oh, boy. So go the days of our lives. Yes, I remember that. Oh, they just turned the lights on. That's nice. Your neighbors are going to be talking about the star they have here. Oh, 3 months old. Oh, oh. Pammy's got a 3-month-old grandbaby. Yeah, almost. Okay. That's nice. Okay, I think it's quieted down a little now. Ah. I really was trying to warn her that we were live streaming and she was just oh my goodness. So that's great though. It's like there's some of my neighbors. You got to hear them, not see them, but you hear them anyway. They're all characters here, I guess. Some of them are kind of characters. So this maybe anyway. Okay, where was I even before that happened? Oh yeah. It's like we're talking about food and having to raise our vibration. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take out my pendulum. If anybody has any pendulum questions, just so that I just want to let you know I have my nice, I have my nice Ohm table cover here for doing readings. And if we start doing pendulum readings, I can turn the camera around and show you what the pendulum is doing or something. But I do have my pendulum in my pocket. But I thought you might enjoy seeing the scenery better than watching me all the time. Here, I'll turn it a little bit so you can see a little more of the scenery. So, anyway, okay, remember I told you that anytime we ask if we're moving to the 5th dimension, we're always going to get a yes. And if we asked, are we going to do it tomorrow? It's going to say yes. And the next day, yes, yes, yes. Because we are gradually moving there in vibration. Okay. And the earth is moving in vibration. So as long as you stay in tune with the earth, you're going to be in the earth's vibration and we're going to rise. But it will be a lot easier if you take care of your detoxifying of your body and stuff. So that's my best advice right now. And besides, you have a new reality. Yeah, it's a nice, we have nice skies here in Ohio. We really do. We have some beautiful sunsets with lots of nature. We have tons of nature here. That's the thing about Ohio. We have tons of birds. We have tons of wildlife. We have Sasquatch. There we have everything. Here, I'll aim you more at the sunset. Whoop. Whoa, the camera's not. There you go. How's that? It is pretty. It is pretty here. We have a nice place. I just thought you'd want to see it. You might enjoy seeing it. Okay, so thought I'd tell you, natural sweeteners, don't you believe it? Don't you freaking believe it? I am going to take my bag of monk fruit right back to Aldi's where I got it. I got it from Aldi's, and usually they're not too bad, but I'm taking mine right back, and I'm going to complain, and I'm going to tell them why I'm bringing it back, because this is not really monk fruit. This is mostly erythritol. And erythritol has all kinds of horrible effects. And worse yet, they pair it sometimes with aspartame, which is also poison. And I mean, they list all kinds of conditions. And this wasn't on any kind of a woo-woo site. This was on Facty Health. So it was a site you go to find out facts about health. And they're talking about how bad erythritol is. And this is something people are doing to try and keep themselves healthy. And here they're putting this crap in it. And I'm like, you guys are freaking nuts. You know, people, how much does it take for people to figure out that this has got to be on purpose? Okay. Maybe some ships hanging out. Yeah, there probably are beneath the clouds there, above the clouds. We probably got some up there. I haven't spotted any, but we probably do. I might pack up and go out front a little while and see. Usually when I see them out front. Oh, garlic from China is toxic and clean with bleach. Oh, Barry just said. Wow. Well, I know that I have caught that Aldi's ginger never sprouted when the other ginger was sprouting. That means something's been done to it. There is a toxic substance called budnip that will keep food from sprouting. And that's like your sweet potatoes and your root plants. It'll keep them from sprouting. And if they spray that on there, it's freaking toxic. And it can cause, it's a carcinogen. You gotta really be careful. We got to get past this point where they're trying to kill everybody, where they're trying to sicken everybody. It's like we got to keep our focus on, all of this is going to come to the surface and be found out and changed. Because when people find out, they're going to want it to change. Yeah, and garlic's not that hard to plant. Garlic's not that hard to grow. You know what? I might plant some of my own darn garlic right now. Yeah, we need to know where our food comes from. Absolutely. Absolutely, we need to know. And fast food, holy crap. It's terrible. It's absolutely what the stuff that's in fast food, it's getting a little better, but it's kind of crazy. You know, right now, times that we're being poisoned and people just aren't up in arms about it. There should be peasants with pitchforks storming Frankenstein's castle, but there aren't. People should really be up in arms about this. If you don't think people have been like dociled down, you know, and hypnotized to ignore this, and what will hear people say is, "Oh, everything will kill you." No, everything won't kill you. Well, life will eventually kill you. Maybe, but not really. Not really. Everything won't kill you. But that's what they believe now. That's what people believe. Everything will kill you. So why worry about, why even bother? Well, it's a quick answer, but it's not the truth. Yeah, fast food is often cooked in rancid oil. Yeah, or fed to it before. What did they grow it in? What did they feed to it? Yeah, absolutely. It does accumulate. As a matter of fact, radioactivity accumulates. It's cumulative. Every time they take an x-ray of you, instead of using some other way to determine what's wrong with you, we need to go back. We almost need to go back to before they had some of the things that they used to do before x-raying people up front, left, and center. I mean, for every darn thing, we need to go back to, there were ways before x-rays that they could figure out what you had. I'm not saying we should go that way across the board. I'm just saying we should try that first. We should go back to that first and not so much rely on things like x-rays and invasive things like biopsies. And there should be other ways of doing it. This all puts a lot of stress on the body. You're actually doing damage to people when you're doing this. A biopsy is damage. So if you don't have anything malignant, but you just got damaged, great. So it's not malignant, except now you've got damage and you're going to have scar tissue and it's going to look like a lump, and they're going to have to irradiate you again to figure out what it is, if it's just scar tissue or something else, and see how that goes. That's got to end, man. It's a racket. Yeah. Yeah, iodine and colloidal silver. There you go. Yeah. And actually, if you have something, you're going to get x-rayed, and you are probably going to get x-rayed from time to time if you have dental work done or anything. Please think about this. If you keep up with your iodine, and if you are inland, you don't get enough. I can pretty much guarantee you're not getting enough iodine. Iodine, there's more than one kind. Get the good kind. if you happen across some radioactive iodine, it'll get stuck in your thyroid and hurt you. So you really don't want that. And to protect yourself from that, put in the good stuff. Okay. And then your thyroid won't try to reach out and grab the other stuff, the irradiated kind, because that's another thing that can happen is when you eat fish that are farmed fish, yikes, not good. So supposedly, oh, by the way, I do have a non-poisonous mosquito guard right now, and I'm testing it out. And there's a mosquito flying around me, but then flying away. I think this thing works. You guys, I think this electronic mosquito guard works. Oh man, I think I just saw a mosquito get repelled by this thing. I'll show it to you. Hang on. I'm going to show it to you. It's got a a little sound that it makes that they don't like. And it seems like it's working. Marilena, hello, star. The star has entered the chat. Marilena, Marilena, ay, 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 ay. Marilena has entered the chat. Woo-hoo. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Don't pay attention. I'm about to take you indoors because I'm getting cold anyway. But I wanted you to see it is pretty here. It's getting a little too dark to see most of it, and it's going to start to look like a Bomber movie. You know how Bomber would always post those things that were all about that were just frames and frames and frames and frames, and like an hour of walking through dark that you couldn't see anything. People still watched him though, Hey, she had some going there. Hey. Yeah, I'm gonna pack my stuff up and I'm gonna walk y'all in. Show you around my hood. First, I gotta let my candle cool a little so it doesn't get wax all over my walker. I feel so stylish in my walker. No, Mama ain't too proud to take her walker. Some of you will say, well, what happens if she's off her walker? You don't want to know. You don't want me off my walker. Okay. Now I only have to figure out where I put my keys. We're going in. We're going in. What happened? Okay. We nearly lost the stream, didn't we? Yep. Nearly lost the stream. If I can get over here before it re-clicks. This is the common area I'm trying to get through right now. And we have the ubiquitous giveaway table where you can't see it. Okay. people put things there to give away. Kind of interesting. We have stuff being given away all the time here. It's kind of neat to have a place like that. Okay. Oh, look, we have light. Maybe I'll sit out here a while. Show you what this looks like. Okay. This is our communal living room. And big screen TV, nice furnishings. Behind me is a bookcase. Yeah. Well, you don't want mama to be off her walker, do you? So, let me see if I can show you some nice view here. What part do you want to see? Where are you? I'm not going to catch anybody coming or going. It doesn't want to be caught on a stream. It's kind of been an adventure tonight, folks. But woo! Look at this. I'm going to turn you upside down. Okay, there you go. Okay. Look at our bookshelf. Look at our fancy paintings and nice furnishings. It's actually really nice here. Like I said, this is the best place I ever lived. Hey. Hey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Oh, can we show the puppy? Everybody loves puppies. We're doing a live stream, so I'm going to show them your dog, and your dog's name is Bailey. Bailey. Hello, Bailey. Say hi. Barry wants to say hi to you. He loves dogs. Bailey. Bailey, come on, let me see you. Aren't you a pretty puppy? I'm not going to take a picture of you, don't worry. You're not worried? You don't want the paparazzi effect? We've been getting everybody's voice on camera. Oh, you're not feeling good. I'm so sorry, dear. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Okay, dear. Lounge. It is the lounge. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. So, anyway, it's a nice hood. What can I say? Much nicer hood than one. If I showed you the other one, you'd probably run in terror. And my other hood was really more like a hood. Let's see. Anyway, there goes the puppy. Aw. Here goes the puppy. All the interesting stuff is over now. No more cute puppy. Okay, we do have a lot of people with pets here, so. Bailey, who came back as Pepper. Oh, cute. That's cool. Yeah, it's our communal living room, and any of us can sit out here. And I would like to see Stranger Things if I can get it free. Oh, yeah, my walker has a storage compartment. It's a deluxe one. I guess this is the lounge, sort of. So, yeah, I guess so. You could call it that, maybe. All I know is this isn't even as nice as the other building. The other building's even nicer. Has an even nicer lounge like this. So it's a classy place. So, and it is comfy. We have a lot of chairs and stuff. Although I gotta warn you, we had bed bug problem here for a little while. So I'm kind of careful about sitting here and there because I don't want to catch anything and take it home. That's the only problem. We didn't have any problem for a long time, and then all of a sudden, somebody brought bed bugs, and they just got everywhere. Hard to get rid of. But I had them very briefly, and I got rid of mine. I steamed the little suckers to death. But anyway, I'm going to put the link in if anybody wants to come in. Let me put the link in. There we go. They are nasty little buggers. They are bad. And they can be hard to get rid of, but that's why I keep a steamer. I learned at the other place that steam will kill anything. Anything. Anything at all. I mean, it will kill bugs, it will kill microorganisms, it will kill anything. So I got myself a nice couple of different steamers. Oh, look, somebody's been working on puzzles. Let's see what they've been working on. This is welcome. Potting soil mix. And the other one is, oh, just what we've been talking about. Look, the other one is canning vegetables. See, this is what's on people's minds. Told you. It's going to be even more so, too. So we have a lovely lobby. I'm going to turn around yet again. Cue blood curdling scream when bed bugs are steamed alive. Poor little things. So yeah, isn't that interesting? Just what I was saying, people are going to take an interest in canning and gardening. More of an interest than ever. And we can't even do that around here. We can't even have a garden here. We don't have any land for it. But yeah, I think guerrilla gardening is in order. Right, Denali? We're going to take over some of this dead zone places where nothing is happening and make something happen. Oh yeah, buying a steamer, yeah, that's nice. I've got one for carpets and one for garments and upholstery and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It'll kill pollen and mold too. So actually a pretty cool thing. Okay, so anyway, that was the, let me see. Did anybody want to come in? Let me check. No. Nobody's coming in yet? No, somebody's coming in that's why I'm aimed this way. Somebody's coming in our doorway, front doorway. You're not pointed in the right direction for that. How do you like this camera work? It looks like I'm drunk or something. Maybe I am. Who knows? No, I'm not. Not yet. Okay. Yeah, coming back as oh. That would be a heck. But then again, if you were a bed bug, would you even know? Maybe you wouldn't know. Yeah, it'd be a short life. They don't live that long, I don't think, but they do procreate a lot. Maybe they have more fun than some of us. I don't know. Oh, you have to go to sleep? Okay, well, dream well. Love you, dear. Big hugs. Anybody want to come on and be on the stream? I'll send you I'll click it again. Because we're just talking about anything tonight. And I think we are going to keep 8:30 Sundays as a typical time for me. I think I'm going to come in 8:30 Sundays, Mondays, and possibly add Wednesday. Wednesday went real well, so I think we can probably have those 3 nights anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that it's like things are going better. It looks worse as far as I can tell. And I know people always want to know what I see. What I see is things are going to look bad. They're going to look really bad for a while. But really, in the background, they're getting better. We just have to stay vigilant, but I do get every now and then signs that things are going to be getting better. Things are in the process of getting better. And just keep the faith. Hey, oh, there's another cute puppy, but I can't show you because I don't want to show. You don't want to be in a YouTube video, do you? We got some cute puppies over there. Barry would love to see him, but no, I don't think you want to. Okay. There's always somebody with their cute puppies. That's a nice thing here too, is everybody's got pets, everybody's got animals, and we all pet and dote on each other's pets, and it's nice. It means that people aren't all, just about themselves and not, they've all got puppies and kitties, and so it's nice. Anyway, yeah, the other place is even better decked out than this. And it's a little bigger, a little better decked out, but this building has my hardwood floors that I wanted in the apartments. So, and this is the senior place. I guess the other place is not just seniors, but other people too. It's nice to be a senior. Yeah, it's funny how being a senior just opens up all kinds of worlds for you, right? It's almost like all kinds of things possible that you never dreamed of before. I was just telling Jim and I that here they have a policy in Kent, at Kent State U, that I think they still have this policy. They always used to have a policy that when you hit 60, you could audit classes for free and even get a degree. Then they moved it to 65. Well, seeing as how this year, at my birthday, I will be 65, I will be able to audit classes. I should, if they still got the rules, be able to audit classes for free at Kent State. And that might be a whole nother adventure. And that will be interesting. So And some of you might want to move here if that's the case, right? You can, you know, after 65, you can get a college education for free. Watch people try to fake their IDs and look 65 in order to get there. Considering how much it costs these days to get an education. Anyway, does anybody have any questions for the pendulum? Or are we pretty much just listening? I guess a lot of people are lurking now, huh? A lot of people are lurking, and you're all lurk-alikes. You're not saying anything. I'm just gonna go right on as if we've already been on an hour and 10 minutes, so if you're, you know, if you're like talked out, that's okay. We've had a lot of weird things happen already tonight, so if nobody's up for coming in and talking, that's okay. We'll make it another stream. Will Sparky be adopted? Okay. Let's see. Does the pendulum want to talk to us? Okay. And the calibration. My name is Captain Kirk, and it's giving me a no. Oh, that's a good indication that we're on the right track. How about this? Barry has several orangutans in his closet. Now it's spinning. Now it's saying no. Okay. Okay, they call me Mama D or Ocean. Yeah, okay. Okay, it looks like it's working. Will Sparky be adopted by someone besides Barry? Okay, stop. Before you answer, let's see you stop. Okay, you're wait. Will Sparky be adopted by somebody besides Barry? It looks like yes, very high chance that Sparky's going to be adopted by somebody. Yes. Poor Sparky needs a home. Looks like Sparky's going to get a home. Yes. That's a yes. Sparky's going to get a forever home. Let me see. Does anybody have any other questions? Sigh. You okay, Pam? You need us to send you some energy? I'll have them send you some angels. Send you some energy. But what they're telling me is, yes, you, Pam, you were so busy grandparenting that you were moving around a little too much between work and grandparenting. So you need to rest whenever you can. You need to lie down, stay still, and rest whenever you can for a while. That way it'll all work out easier. It'll all fall together easier once they're done with you. Some of us, like me, I have a tendency to be one of those that just won't lie down and, you know, I want to do stuff. So, you know, it's so hard to get me to, but I told him after the rotator cuff thing, I told him, it's okay. You don't have to let something happen to me, because that was so weird how that rotator cuff happened. I don't know. There was more to it too, I'm almost sure, because it felt like my shoulders were pulled up too. It's almost like something happened that I wasn't aware of. Like, I didn't check to see if there was missing time, but it was almost like something happened, and then they plopped me back in this body, and all of a sudden I've got a torn rotator cuff, and my shoulders are, it felt like they were pulled out of place, both of them, upward. And that like put me flat on my back, and I'm thinking back on it thinking that was really very odd. I mean, how do you just get a torn rotator cuff out of nowhere? I mean, it was a little bit bad, but then I eat a piece of cake, and then all of a sudden it starts to hurt. But that happened with ice cream too. I had like 2 bites of ice cream, and it started to hurt again. Right in that arm. I'm like, wow, am I ever being told to not do this refined sugar? Right? Hey Drake, how you doing? Yeah, they're doing work on you, Pam. They're doing it on all of us. I mean, it seems like all of us are having that, because Mary was having that for a while too. I had it for a whole freaking year. So this is not something that's over in a day. We obviously need to have a lot of work done on us. And maybe because we're kind of the leaders in a way, I mean, we're, kind of out on the fringe here. I'm going to take you home now. I'm going to do the rest of this from the comfort of my messy apartment, because I just cleaned out my storage unit, and my closet fell down. And so it's really messy right now. And I shudder to go in, but sometimes, I'll get through it. I always figure out how to do it. This is our nice long hallway. I still feel kind of like I'm in some kind of a hotel sometimes. Here's the long hotel hallway. I guess the other place has chandeliers and stuff even. Candy. Wee. No thanks. Right. Nope, I'm still going. I'm just going into my home now. It was nice. We'll do it again. I will. I will. Well, it's actually going pretty well, guys, because, whoops, you can see how gracefully I enter my place. How very graceful. I am, and how very messy the place is right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's hit. The place is pretty hit right now. get all my stuff back again on my little table. I'll take my place. Oh my God. You're going to see all this stuff lying around. I had Jason over, and Jason is kind of a little whirlwind. And the woman that I was out there with was Jason's mother, Janet. Oh, okay. So, thank God we're back. Ooh. Trying to get in my door. The trick. Yeah. I emptied out a storage unit. I thought I was ready for that. Oh my God. I don't know how I'm going to do this, guys. Oh, there's Cowboy. Wait a minute. Let me show you my little boy. Yeah, you're a star, Cowboy. Did you know that you're a big star and people love you? You do? I'm glad, because you know what? You deserve to be a star. You're a sweet boy. You're a sweet boy. Yeah, I thought I was ready to do this, to empty out this storage unit, but honest to God, I can't lie. I have trepidation. I'm glad to see some of it, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to somehow move and get rid of. And that is going to be a lot of work. Pray for me. Send energy, send in the angels, because this is not going to be that simple. Maybe it is, though. Maybe it is. It's a lot. It's really hard, too, to figure out what you're doing. Some of it's, this is what I find in general. Some of it is very emotional. You know, seeing stuff that you had way back when. Because some of this stuff didn't even get open at my other apartment, because I thought I was only going to be very temporarily at my other place. I had no idea, you know, if I had thought I was going to be there that long. But some of it actually has been stored away for 20 years almost, and was in the back of my closet, stashed away in bins, and never even came out of its bin for 20 years. So I'm going through stuff that reminds me of when I had to move. I'm going through stuff from the other house. I'm going through stuff of my divorce. I'm going through stuff of just all kinds of stuff. It's very emotional. So wish me the best. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh. It was only a 5x5. Oh my gosh. It was only a 5x5. And you think, oh, 5x5 isn't that much, right? Yeah. 5x5. That's not that much. Yeah, my little baby cake. Yeah. That doesn't bring me joy, it must go. That's right. Honestly, I have a lot of nice, very nice stuff, and a lot of sentimental stuff. But you're right. If I don't like it, it's gonna go so hard. It's gonna. And here's the nice thing: for the smaller stuff, we do have that table out there in the common room called the giveaway table. And even though we're not supposed to put stuff there, supposedly, technically, some people have been told not to. everybody leaves stuff there for other people to take. And if people don't take it, I guess they either throw it away or donate it or something. I don't know what happens to it. But yeah, it's going to be hard to go through some of this because it's going to bring up stuff. So I'm going to be time journeying through the past as I look through this stuff. I can already tell you that. But I do have what I came up with is what my one neighbor called a genius idea. In order to move stuff, I stashed it in rolling trash cans. Why? Because I was in a flood and I noticed that things were in waterproof plastic containers survived, and that was all that survived. So the other thing is, how do I carry it? My back won't let me carry things. The only way I could think of to move my stuff was get a bunch of rolling trash cans of the kind you put outside and take to the curb and put my stuff in there to transport it. And lo and behold, that worked great. And honestly, I laundered everything. All my clothes that went in there, I laundered them before I put them in there. When I opened the thing, they still smelled the same. They smelled just as good as when I put them in there. So, really, it was smart, but now I've got to go through all that stuff. Oh man. Figure out what still fits, figure out what I don't really like that well, figure out what I really can't use in this apartment, but I have so many things that are really nice. It's going to be hard. I mean, I buy from thrift shops, so I have a lot of one of a kind type things. I have a lot of things that are probably you won't see them again. So I'm going to have a huge, y'all got to come to my huge online sale. Like I found these two cute little plant pots about this big, little small ones that look like trailers. And I mean, I got two of them. They're so cute. I'm never going to use them. I don't live in a trailer. I've never lived in a trailer. I got them for somebody a long time ago that lived in a trailer. I'm going to be selling those. They're so cute, but I don't need those. I'm not in a trailer. That kind of thing. Right, I'm Diana Singer on Facebook Messenger. Sent more UFO pictures. You know what? I've got to find you in there. My Facebook has been giving me fits and I don't know why, but I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Strangeland's been sending me stuff too, but he doesn't want me to show you. He's told me not to show him. Greetings and favor to you, David Castle. And to everybody on the stream as well. Fun giving stuff away. Yeah, I'll have presents for a long time. My friends, all I can say is if you don't appreciate regifting, I'm sorry about your luck. But usually the stuff I regift people like. I gave Jason a plant sprayer thing. He's probably gonna, yeah, chances are I'll turn it into a bong or something. But anyway, you give something like that to a hippie and, around, or anybody around Kent, it's probably going to happen to it. Yeah, your Facebook acting wonky. I think it's going to be acting wonky for a while because I think Facebook is going to be undergoing a change too. As a matter of fact, I think all the social media is. My suspicion is it would cause so much disruption considering how actually embedded they are, all of them. I mean, all of the social media, all of them, everything from YouTube to Google to Facebook, everything. I mean, there are a lot of people who that's how they get into this site, and that site is through Facebook or Google. I think what's going to happen, this has been figured out, I'm sure. What's going to happen is instead of for Facebook and Google to entirely go away, at least at first, it's going to have to change hands. It's going to have to change because people are still using it. And when they're given something better, maybe they'll move away, or maybe these things will morph into something else, will become something else different. I pretty much see, is that what's going to happen? Like basically, instead of totally dismantling all the social platforms, they're gradually going to get revamped and run differently. Yeah, it seems like that's what the plan is right now. And remember, all these readings are as things are falling into place right now, as the trajectory looks now. So here's one I'm going to ask again, because this seems to be bandied about a lot. Are we going to have a solar flash? And the pendulum says we are not going to have a solar flash. Were we ever? Was it ever on the books? Yes, it was. Now, Brian Scott said there is no such thing, that we've never had one. I don't know. Who am I to say? I haven't explored that much. However, it doesn't look like we're going to have a solar flash this time. And some people are disappointed because of all the things that the solar flash is supposed to bring. But honestly, if we can just raise the energy without the solar flash, that would be better. That would probably be better. Faster's not always better. Now, that would do it fast, but yeah, he said he cannot find any evidence that the sun has ever done that. So I don't know. Once again, my pendulum seems to agree. Maybe it existed in the last place we were. We might be in a different version now already. And I've said that before. It might have been as we were going through third density. Now that we're going through fourth, heading into fifth, and we're reaching the horizon of the fifth, we might have stepped out of that reality entirely, of the need for that entirely, because a lot of old systems are going to fall. They're already falling. And once again, there are some other people who are very surprised, but they're getting that for all of the hatred toward Vladimir Putin, whoever Vladimir is now, he's not a bad guy now. Was he ever different? Maybe in the other place he wasn't a good guy, but now he is somehow. Have we crossed into a zone where now we got to ask ourselves, have they been replaced? Have they been replaced? Or have we just crossed? Okay, how would I ask this? Have we, is it really because we've just crossed? I may have something. So, is it because we are no longer in that reality? That's it. So somewhere back in that other reality that we were in, he was a bad guy, and possibly the solar flash was going to happen for whatever reason, for better or worse. But since we're here now, this is a different place. Not really a different place so much as a different vibration. Because we're in a higher vibration, things are going to be altogether different. Am I getting at it shivering? Oh my goodness. Cool. It says no, and it's like I'm almost hearing it. Now you're getting it. We're not used to thinking like that. We're not used to thinking, hey, we changed our vibration. Things are going to be different. Still got to be careful. Things like sugar, fake sugar, still got to be careful. Yeah, B. Freeman, you know what? I'm not the only one who got that it isn't going to happen. I hear that we are on Vlad 2.0 or 3.0. Yeah, I asked about Vlad being replaced, and it looks like he's not the same guy he was. And I just asked, is that because he was actually, people are saying, well, they're all replaced. Well, that might be one way of looking at it. But you could also see it as maybe they're different people where we are now, in the vibration where we are now. If we're in a higher vibration, these people may be different, may be functioning differently. But I will ask anyway. Has he been replaced? Okay. Yeah, well, okay. That too. It looks like he's been replaced. Yeah, are we on what they're calling another? Yeah, because we're on another trajectory and the white hats are winning. Okay. That's what I'm being told. Yeah. Looks like we're on a higher vibration and you're here with me. So we're all here on a higher vibration. So we're all together so far. I don't think we've lost anybody yet. Would Vlad be assassinated? Or you mean was the other one? Was the old Vlad assassinated? No. How about held accountable in a tribunal? Is that what happened? Oh, in the tribunals we hear about being held accountable. Yeah. Well, a great many people are answering for things that they've done. It looks like there's been a lot of rounding up. It looks like a lot of people are going to be answering for things they've done in the past. And it looks like a lot of people have been replaced. And there are people who will fight me over it, and I don't care. You know what? If the world is a better place, I don't care how. It's fine with me. Yeah. We're on a higher timeline version. In one of the time, I got a question because there was, I guess, an incident with Trump. And I was so worried. I kept seeing somebody wanting to do him in, wanting to assassinate him. And I'm there like, oh, that would be bad. Well, let's see. Let's just see. In the other timeline, was he spinning? I can't ask that question. Was there ever an assassination attempt on Donnie? Yes. Yes, there was. And did he survive it? He survived. Yes, there was an attempt and he survived it. So I guess what we're seeing is stunt doubles, the equivalent of. So it doesn't surprise me at all, because you'll notice some of them act very different and don't quite look right. There's one of them that has a little bit different eyebrows. Governments won't follow the Nuremberg principles. They might have to. There may be bigger forces that make sure that they do. The football that who passed? Vlad? Yeah. Yeah, the first Vlad was not a good guy. But it looks like that Vlad is now answering at a trial somewhere. I already asked that, but I'll ask it again. I'll ask that. Was that football passed to Trump? Was that a sign? Yes. Okay. Actors. I have heard the top A-list actresses, celebs, were celebs replaced by clones. Were celebs replaced by clones? No, not by clones. But were they replaced? Yeah, they were replaced, not by clones necessarily. Were some of them replaced by cloning? By clones? Any of them? It's just kind of spinning. It's like, that may be a question it can't or doesn't want to answer yet. But most of them are replaced by actors. Yeah. Other actors like stunt doubles. That the top A-list actresses were born men. Some of them probably were. Hi, Strangeland. Are some of these A-list actresses, were they born men? Yes. Were some of the actors born women? Were some of the top A-list actors born? Nobody's who they seem to be. How about Angelina Jolie? Is she a real woman? Yes. Is she the original Angelina Jolie? No. But that isn't her. Oh, weird. How about, we'll double check. I checked on this before. How about Amber Turd? Is that really her? No. No, that's also somebody else, an actress. Okay. How about Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp. Is that really Johnny Depp? It's spinning. Is that really Johnny Depp? It's doing yes, no, yes, no. So is it sometimes Johnny Depp? Sometimes it really is Johnny Depp. Still the real Johnny Depp. Okay, so is it some of these are sometimes? So they actually, I've heard of that. Putin had like 4 or 5 body doubles. 4 or 5 doubles. And that was because he was really worried about being taken out. So that makes sense. Maybe some of these actors are also afraid of it. We are in a kooky world. We are in one heck of a kooky world. How you doing, Todd? Yeah. Well, it's inverted matrix, and I kind of got the idea floating around in my head, which means maybe it's true, that all of this non-binary stuff that we're going through, all of this gender bending that we're going through, is kind of a symptom of these changes that are taking place. People just don't know what to make of them. They just don't know. They feel different. Maybe some people actually were, considering how much has been done. Maybe some people actually were born into a body that they wouldn't have been born into otherwise on a normal day. But maybe, some of them were born into a soy affected with the plant estrogens or something. One thing I do know is that people who are trying to put their young kids on a trajectory for transgenderism, giving them hormone blockers and stuff, that is not going to end well. And one day, if they get the operation too young, those kids are going to, because some of them are complaining that I don't want my child to unalive themselves because they blah, 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 blah. Well, don't you realize that maybe someday, if they find out that this is not really the way they feel anymore, but they can never reproduce naturally because they got an operation when they were really young and got their gender changed, their sex changed, that maybe they might want to unalive themselves then. Then what do you do? Okay? Because, yeah, the problem is going to be it's not just a gender change. It's saying goodbye to your ability to reproduce naturally as well. That is pretty major life change. And I think should be changed for later. I think that kind of decision should be made by the person when they are old enough to understand what the heck is going on. I think you can be too young to understand really the ramifications of what you're doing. At the message pics, yes. Can I tell them about them? Yeah. Hormone blockers cause side effects in your body. They do. I really like them, Todd. Is there any particular reason why you don't want me to ever show them in a thumbnail or something? Because some of them are pretty good. I can show them. Can I put some of them in a thumbnail or something when we talk about that? I would really like to be able to show some of these things, and the people send me. I really wish I could get a hold of. There was a person who had taken really good. For some reason, she's a really good psychic photographer. This used to be called psychic photography, when you could take pictures of ectoplasm and ghosts and stuff, and other phenomena, clear pictures. And that is actually a psychic ability that not everybody has right now. We will have it, we can all have it, but some people, like everybody has their talents and gifts, some people have the ability to actually photograph the paranormal. Some people don't have that. So, and it has something to do with the interaction between the person, of the person with both, I think, the media and the phenomena. So, there was one famous uh, ghost photographer that would turn the camera around and snap pictures of their head. And you would see like faces over them. And I can't remember who this was, but this was way back, like when I was a kid. I remember seeing it in a Fate magazine, that this person somehow had just had this gift, that they would, think of a relative, get in touch with a relative, and they'd turn around and snap a picture of their head, and you could see ectoplasm, or you would see the person's face behind them, or you would see the person's face over their face, or a lot of really weird things got photographed that way. So I don't know how real it was. I mean, but I have known people who have that skill. So I think that it has the possibility of being real. Once again, we don't mow down our experiencers here. We respect them. Yeah, they don't always show. Oh, you let me know when it's okay. Okay. I'll sit on them. I keep them in a safe place, safe place. I'll keep them somewhere safe. There's honestly, things are going to get easier. I know this. I mean, I've never been more sure. Things are getting better. They just don't look that way. Okay? They're going to look very bad at first. Probably for a while. But in the end, you'll find out things were going on under the surface, behind the scenes, that are going to be quite amazing to you and me and everybody else. How much went on behind the scenes that we didn't see. Ah, talk about what I think of them. I think the little sprites that you have in your picture, you definitely have some little, what I would call sprites. Almost looks like little fairy folk maybe. Looks like a couple of them, you definitely have a craft of some kind with a row of lights. And it looks to be the same kind of craft that many people around the world have seen. There have been other sightings of that same exact kind of craft, maybe even the same exact craft. So those are pretty awesome, frankly. The little sprite-like things are kind of hard to see, but I mean, it's hard to tell what they actually are. I mean, people will probably try to argue that they're just reflections from something or something. But if you said it was right beside your car or like right in front of you or something, I have a tendency to side with the experiencer on these things. And even though we can't prove it definitively, I have seen things like that myself. So I could tell you probably, and usually when I can feel that the fae are around, I almost think the little sparkly things are fae. I'm kind of leaning towards that. Okay, is Brie Larson born a man? Okay, Brie Larson born a man. Get out of town. Says yes. Was Amber Heard originally a guy? No. But not Amber. Yeah, we do know she's a narcissistic pathologist. So, Amber, pathological liar, narcissist. The pendulum doesn't like her either. Yeah. Well, Todd, I'd love to see him. Like I said, I just let me know when we can actually maybe compile them and make a slideshow of them. Because I wish I had all my pictures. I have some. I still have some. Most of them are these weird triangle cloud, weird things in the sky. I haven't seen many weird things in the sky. I don't know if it's just I'm not seeing them. They're fully cloaked here, or if they're not there. I'm pretty sure they're there. I'm not sure why they're cloaked right now. There may be a reason, though, if they're there, but just cloaked. But I haven't been feeling it quite the same. It's something different. It may be some kind of dimensional thing going on. Let's see. Well, B. Freeman Strangeland has asked me to not show the pictures. And I guess he has reasons for that. I wish I could. I would love to show them sometime. But I won't do it until he says. And I will give you all the same consideration if you give me anything. If you show me anything, I will give you all the very same consideration. I will not post anything unless you give me express permission to do so. The one thumbnail I posted that has the picture of the people's faces blurred out, I had to do that. I had to blur their faces out before I could post it. That was one of the stipulations. But in the background, you can see grandma and ectoplasm and what looks like part of a face, which was probably grandma. So that's one of the ones I put in recently. I had to blur the faces out and then I was allowed to do it. So you have no fears that I'm going to do anything without your permission. I will get your express permission before I show them to anybody else. It looks like there's been a lot of gender bending. Yes, B. Freeman. The skylights are often cloud. Yeah, I know. I agree, they are, B. Freeman. Yes. We are in an amazing world. We have so much to explore yet about this. You know what? And I have my helper. She's, I told her she's so hot to get out of here. She wants out of here. She wants to go home, wherever that is. She wants to just be a spirit and float around. And I said, but after you see what it's like once things shift and get better, remember, it was originally designed to be heaven. It was designed to be a paradise. You might change your mind and you might want to come visit, because it's going to be really nice once the shift happens. Once the shift is total into the fifth, into the upgrade, then it's going to be beautiful here. We're actually there, which is really here, but in a higher vibration. Yeah, once you get to the higher vibration, it's going to be beautiful. There's going to be a space of time there where we'll have to build it, but it's going to be really beautiful. And you may actually want to be here for it. You may not want to leave then. And she's there like, no, I want to be a spirit. I want to float around. I don't want to have to all the physical stuff. I said, okay, but you might get bored after a while, which might be the reason why some of us came here. But me, I know I had a plan. I came here with a job to do. And people have tried to talk me out of that, like say, no, it wasn't like that. It's like, oh, yes, it was. I remember quite clear. Yeah. So honestly, we're probably going to have such a nice place that we're going to go back to being that paradise that it was always meant to be and that it was for a while. I do have a little bit of intel, maybe intel. And this is coming from Janine, the tarot reader. People were asking her about this. I'm going to ask the pendulum. So she was getting that we're not native. Humans are not native to this planet. And I agree. I have agreed with that. I've been saying that. We're not from here. Okay. Stop. So she was also getting that for a long time, there was just plants and animals. Yep. And that it looked like the first people that came here were transplanted, were brought here. Yes. And she was further getting that at a very hard time. It was nice for a long time, and then they started having some disaster happen, and that caused them to have a very, very hard time and almost killed all of them. That might have been the flood. That is correct. And what we're calling the flood. Okay. And then more people were brought because the first ones nearly died out. And so more people were brought, and that's us. We're just the latest ones. Yeah. Well, it looks like she may be right about that. So that would rewrite our history quite a bit. And it is kind of what I was thinking, though. I kind of had that in my head anyway before she ever did that, or she ever said that or did that reading. So I'm thinking that's probably true. That really the first people, because there's a story about that. So all the accounts that we're getting are garbled. None of them are exactly dead on true. Okay. Not even the Sumerian stuff, not even the Bible stuff. The Bible is a very, very condensed version, very Reader's Digest sort of version, as we say. That is a very, very condensed version of Genesis, of what really happened here. And that sounds right. And also, the bit there are stories about that the first people that they brought almost didn't make it. And that may be some of the people that we find from the Lost of Giants. Might be the giant people that we found, some of them. So, yeah. So our history, let's face it, our history is just all a bunch of rubbish. It's always been a bunch of rubbish. Although, another way to look at it is in the earth that we're in now, version of earth we're in now, it's a bunch of rubbish. Maybe in the earth before it was different, but it is for sure history that we've been told is a bunch of rubbish. Definitely. Not only that, are we in an amazing world, but we're also going to have to get used to the fact that we're making it, that we're building it. We're going to have to get used to the fact that it's going to be a world for us to build. We're going to be rebuilding it with our intentions, with our thoughts, with the designs in our heads. We're going to bring forth the forms in this new density, dimension, whatever you want to call it, in this new place. We're going to be bringing it forth. We are going to be designing it. We're going to be creating it. We're going to be, you can call it manifesting it, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be to our specs. So start thinking about, I keep saying, start thinking about what you want. I know this is going to be hard to shift. It's going to be hard to shift over from thinking about how things have been and what things were. And it is good to know so that we don't get fooled again. But on the other hand, it's really going to be more important now to just realize that everything you see is a movie. It's Wag the Dog. It's completely staged. And don't take it personally. When you hear all these factories are burning down or being bombed, they're actually being, stuff is happening to explain why the food is going to be different. Okay? They're going to try and give a logical explanation that's not scary to people. If you realize how scared some people would be to find out all the stuff that we know. It's old hat to us. I mean, realize we've had years to get used to this. and some of it's still kind of weird to us. What's it going to be like for these people? Mind-blowing, frightening. No, they got to do it this way. They got to do it this way. Oh dear. I'm getting kind of sleepy now. Well, it has been over 2 hours. We don't have a guest on tonight, and it is just a Sunday. So I think I'm just about to end the stream if nobody wants to come on. If anybody wants to come on and be a guest, if you have something to say, please let me know, and I will put the link down so that you can click it and come in. If you don't, I'm probably going to end the stream in just a few minutes, okay? There was a small perfect triangle made of paper hanging from a spider web in front of me. How bizarre. That is weird. You too, Barry. Sweet dreams and dream well. And thank you for taking care of that dog. I'm sure that the people from Sirius appreciate all of your efforts. And you didn't make the triangle. No, Strangeland, Todd. I think you get signs all the time. You're ready for bed too, Pam? Me too. I think I'm going to go retire too. I got a lot this week. Look at this place. I'm going to have to go through all this stuff. This is going to take a lot. Wish me luck, like I said. Yeah. No spiders around. And the paper. Don't know where it came from. Okay. I will. So you'll come in when okay, I'll look at the videos, David, and you are certainly welcome to come in and be on my show. We'll pick a time, which day you want, and we'll get together on it. I'm thinking so too, B. Freeman. That has got to have a meaning. That has got to be a message. Absolutely. When you have stuff like that happening, don't ignore it. It's a message. I guarantee it's a message. Okay. I have stuff like that too all the time. And I've just come to think of it as just standard operating procedure. That's just the way it is. That's the way nature talks to me. That's the way spirit talks, is just weird, what they call coincidences that aren't coincidences. It makes you wonder if anything's really a coincidence. I will be back on tomorrow at 8:30, and I will be back on probably Wednesday. Those are the plans as of right now. That I will be on probably Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays at 8:30. Yeah. Yeah, spiders come in the wind. I saw, and you know what? I didn't even think of that. But the other time I was out there on the patio, there were spiders all over the patio. A lot of spiders were showing up. And one was just sort of drifting along on a web to another location. And that was probably trying to tell me something too, is that there were all these spiders. They were just little, if they bite you, they're not going to kill you kind of spiders. Just like house spiders, garden variety, little button spiders. So You know what, B. Freeman, this is something I always considered. This is what I was told. Time flies narrow, but fruit flies like a banana. Mm. Fruit flies usually come off banana skins. Oh, I will tell you that they were, oh, Cowboy wants to be petted. That's why I'm kind of leaning over here. Little cowboy here. Uh, Little cowboy, baby cake. You gonna say night to people? Oh, and he did. Yes, say night night. Let me turn the camera around. You're gonna see kind of a weird looking shadows on me for a minute here. Okay. Cowboy, smile. Say goodnight to the people, or did you already say your goodnights? Mr. Mouth? Got anything to say to your adoring fans? Purr? He's purring. Okay, that's good. That was good. He really thought that one through. He's purring and he meowed, so. Good night, sweetheart. Okay. Wow, that's really cool. You do? Well, he must love you too, because he's over here meowing and purring. Mr. Purrcake, come here. Come on, Mom will pet you. What you need? Meow. Makes the cutest noises. He makes the cutest noises, my baby. See, no tail, little Manxie cat. Sweet little cowboy. He's my little lover boy. He's my sweet little thing. He's my pride and joy. He's my sweet little kitty. He's my little cowboy. Look how cute he is. Look how babyish he is. He's a sweet boy. He loves his mom. He loves love. He's a lover. Cats are good. Generally, yes. Okay, you guys, love you. I'm heading off. I'm yawning. It's been over 2 hours. We'll get back together tomorrow and talk about some other stuff, hopefully, and either, well, pretty soon, either maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Wednesday I'll probably be on again. I'm thinking of making Wednesday a regular time. So 8:30. So hope to see you then. Until then, oh, you have carnival. Those are called carnival eyes when you have a cat with two different eyes. That's called carnival eyes. Those are rare and really beautiful. I want some pictures, Todd. You have a cat with carnival eyes. We want to see the pictures. Okay. Yeah. Everybody dream well. And as usual, the truth is where you find it. Usually it's right in front of us. We just need to be able to see it differently. We can see things differently. We'll see the truth as usually been right in front of us. So that's something we must always consider. just look at things differently, and it might come in clear. And the other thing I always say is remember that you are divine. You are the creators. You are dreaming this new world into existence, which is why I always say dream well, because it's up to you and me. Okay, good night. Love you. Next time.